You've probably heard from many people, including famous investor Charlie Munger, that saving your first $100,000 is one of the most difficult things to do in building financial wealth. Saving small amounts can make it feel like you're stuck and unable to make any progress. Although it might seem like a daunting task, there are many things you can do as an individual to help you get there faster. In this video, we'll share 4 of the most commonly used strategies that have helped many individuals save their first $100,000 and provide practical tips on how to utilize these strategies. By compounding these strategies together, they can become increasingly more effective, so be sure to stay to the end of the video. Starting out, we have our first strategy, which is avoiding something that is known as lifestyle inflation. Many of us are aware of traditional inflation, but neglect an inflation that is unique to us as an individual. Lifestyle inflation occurs when individuals start to earn more money, but while doing so, also increase the amount they are spending. Let's look at an example. Say Amy recently got a raise at work from $50,000 to $60,000. On a surface level, Amy may now believe that she has more money to save or invest. However, since Amy now earns more money, she will also likely start to spend more on things such as entertainment and housing, which in turn will make Amy more accustomed to an expensive lifestyle, making it even more difficult to cut back on spending than it was before. The increase in spending can quickly offset the extra money Amy is bringing in. For Amy to avoid this, it's important for her to be aware of this common challenge and channel this understanding into either saving or investing the additional income she receives. This leads us to our next strategy, creating multiple streams of income, which can also be negatively affected if lifestyle inflation is not avoided. According to Forbes, the average millionaire has several streams of income. However, that is not the case for everyone. That means for many people, they need to rely on a fixed income every single month, and when unexpected things occur, such as losing your job, it can cause a significant setback in your financial journey. But for many people, they just have no clue on how to even get started with creating an additional source of income. A great first step is to identify your skills, interests, and passions to find the right opportunity that works for you. It will also be important to ensure that you have a willingness to learn and take steps out of your comfort zone. Once you have done this and you feel ready to step out of your comfort zone, the next step is to identify income options that are best suited to your personality and your interests. Some common examples, to name a few, include investment income, starting your own business, or gig economy jobs, such as food deliveries with service providers like Uber, or potentially completing tasks on things such as TaskRabbit. While having multiple streams of income is a step in the right direction towards saving your first $100,000, it becomes increasingly more powerful if used with our third strategy, which is budgeting. Without a budget, it's easy to overspend and lose track of your finances regardless of how much money you make. To avoid this, it's important to know what your monthly expenses are and what disposable income you'll have left after covering those expenses. Utilizing a spreadsheet can be a great way to track this information. This will help you identify areas where you can cut back and how much money you should be able to save on a monthly basis. As part of your budget, it's also important to always plan for unexpected events and establish an emergency fund. This isn't to say you should never spend on things such as entertainment, but rather have a set amount that you're willing to spend on entertainment in any given month and do your best to stick to that plan. However, sticking to your plan can seem easy, but truthfully for many people it's not, as they tend to lack our fourth strategy, which is having financial self-discipline. Discipline is important when it comes to growing your finances because it helps you make consistent, long-term decisions that are aligned with your financial goals and values. It also helps you exercise self-control, manage risk, and build good financial habits that can set you up for success in the future. Like any hard process, discipline requires consistent effort over time. Starting small and slowly building your way up is a great way to create discipline. For example, say you want to start going to the gym more. If you try and do too much too fast, you'll tire yourself out and will likely find yourself not going to the gym pretty quickly. However, if you begin by making small incremental improvements, it will make it easier for your body and mind to adjust. This will help you shift your focus from the short term to the long term. The same strategy can also be implemented to create financial self-discipline by setting clear goals and a plan on how to slowly build up to those goals. If you've already started implementing these 4 strategies, there's a good chance you're on your way to saving your first $100,000. Although it might not seem like you're making any progress, it's important to remember that the first $100,000 is usually the hardest.